and welcome to today's YouTube episode. On today's sewing adventure I'm going to be taking this dress which I made in 2016, I'll give you a twirl. I'm going to be using this gorgeous tulle floral fabric and this lovely black organza fabric to add a skirt to make it a little bit more me to wear to a party that I am attending soon. So let's get started. So the reason why I'm refashioning this dress is because I'm going to the new Craft House party where the theme is prom. And the new Craft House parties are just always so much fun, and obviously with a theme like prom, this dress could work, but I just wanted to make it a little bit more fun for that theme. Also, the parties are often filled with sewists, so people that like to sew, so it only seemed right that I would refashion this dress and do some sewing before the party started. So that is why I am refashioning this dress, and I'm really looking forward to the party as well. So as I said, I made this dress in 2016. This dress is the Burda Style pattern 6868. And I originally made this version, as you can see because I'm wearing it, but without the tulle sleeves. What I want to do today is I want to add a similar bow and I want to add a skirt. Now, I am not sure that I want to do a full length skirt because I want this dress, or the skirt that I make to go over the dress, to be like a bit of fun. So what I was thinking was I would make kind of 3 separate skirts. I have no idea how that's going to work. I've never done anything really like that before, but what I thought was I'd try to make 3 different skirts to wear all at the same time as in layers, so that the skirt would hopefully have some sort of effect like that, but I only wanted it to be knee lengths. So what I've got is I've got this black organza fabric, and I was thinking, I might have to go quite far back with this actually. I was thinking that I would double it up at the bottom, so you can see that I've folded it over like that, so the fold of the fabric is not like folded because the organza's kind of got that structure to it, that kind of bouncy structure. So what I thought was I could put that kind of as a gathered skirt at the bottom. So I'm going to make 2 of them, and then I'll make a similar one with the beautiful floral tulle fabric that I have as well. And I think that that will just kind of make the skirt and the dress a little bit more kind of exciting, a little bit more fun for the party that I'm going to. And also, if I have time, I would really like to make a lovely bow to sit on that shoulder as well. So we'll see how we get on. As I said, I don't really have a plan. I do have the fabric. I've thought about this one for quite a while. I don't really have a plan, but I will take you through the process with me as I go, and basically we'll just see how we get on. But that is what my aim is going to be. So you will have noticed that I've gotten changed. I'm wearing the Tilly and the Buttons Sapphire jumpsuit or dungarees. These have been on my YouTube channel before, but they're super comfy and super cool. It's really, really hot in London today. I do actually have one of the windows up here open, so if you do hear some noises from outside, I apologise, but honestly it's really, really warm and it's super hot up here too. So so here's the dress that I'm going to be altering. Another reason why I think it's a good idea to kind of put the skirt on is because obviously I made this quite a few years ago, and I do think that the fit is not great. Maybe when I did the twirl you would have noticed that the back was kind of a bit gathered, or there was kind of too much length in the back, and also I don't think the skirt fits like really well across the front either. You may have noticed that. So if I put another skirt on top of that, then that will all be disguised. So that is another reason why I'm doing it as well. And as I said, just to make it a little bit more fun to wear. So what I'm hoping I've got this really thin elastic. I think it's the 5mm elastic, but what I'm hoping is I can actually gather all of those three, it might be wishful thinking, but I'm going to try, all of those 3 skirts onto one of these. So my first job is to take the organza, which is here, and I've got 4 meters of organza and I've got 2 meters of the tulle, and I said I wanted to make 3 gathered skirts. So what I'm going to do, the very first job, is I'm going to cut this in half, and then I will get on to maybe constructing the waistbands and looking at the length and things like that as well. And what I've just discovered is that you can rip organza. So there we go, that was nice and easy. And now that 4 meter length is in 2 different lengths of 2 meters. Okay, so I'm at the sewing machine ready to go. Now I don't really have much experience with organza or really even with tulle. So what I am planning on doing is doing a French seam, which is where you sew the wrong sides together first, then you turn it in, and then you sew the right sides together, and that kind of conceals the raw edge that way. So I feel like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it on this first piece of organza and see how it goes. I will show you how I get on with that one. So I have completed the first of the 3 skirts. That is the French seam there, so as you can see it has encased all of those raw edges. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much because this is not going to be on the outside, but just for wearing it in the future it means that that fraying will kind of be limited to within that skirt. Obviously I could not iron this fabric because it is organza. I'm pretty sure it's plastic and I would not want to put that on my iron, so what I had to do was just to kind of fold it just before I stitched it on the sewing machine, and then kind of fold the next section, and it seems to have worked quite successfully, as you can see there. So 1 down, 2 to go, and then I'll check in again and show you what I've got planned for the elastic channel. As you can see, I have put these 2 pieces together. I have, as I said I would do, just kind of pleated them around myself really, really roughly. And I am pleased with how that looks. I wonder if I can put the camera lower so you can see. You can't quite see. I'll put some photos in for that, for you to see that one. I'm really happy with how this looks, and I feel like it's full enough for the effect that I was going for. Obviously when it's gathered on the elastic it will look a little bit different, but again I'm happy with that, I'm fine with that. So yeah, so I'm at this point now. I need to make the channel, I'm happy with the length, and then decide how I'm going to add the tulle. So it all seems to be going rather well. So I'm up to this stage now. I have sewn the side seams together and I have managed to put both of those, remember there were 2 skirts, kind of 2 in 1, together in a tube now, and what I've done is I've just kind of stitched around the top to kind of keep them both in place. I have also shortened one of the lengths, you can see there that length is shorter, and I thought that that might give a bit more body when I gather the skirt in, because those 2 lengths will kind of offset each other. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I'm just really, with this one I'm just experimenting and seeing what happens. Maybe if I did have them both the same length it would actually be fuller. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to pin it to myself in a minute and I'll show you how that is, and then we'll see what happens after that. Okay, so now I have got a try on with the actual top, and this one is pleated, and I think that I'm going to go with pleats, even though I didn't want to, because it means that I have to come up with some sort of like a zip or something, but actually maybe I don't have to, because I'll think about that in a minute, but I do have to come up with some sort of opening. Obviously the elastic was going to be really easy because I was just going to pull it straight on and then wear it, but I think maybe the elastic might make it quite bulky around the tummy, and that's not the look I'm going for. See, at the moment it's actually keeping it quite flat, and it's looking kind of the look that I want. So I will just show you those pleats again. They're not very neat. I will have to, if I do decide to use this strip, which I think does look quite nice, I will have to be careful with how I do those pleats. At the moment, the tulle is not stitched to the organza, it's all just pinned, so I think that's why it's been a real challenge to line that up. Again, if it's not perfect, it's not the end of the world, but I would like it to be a little bit neater than that, just because if you're going to do it, then you may as well do it nicely. But I am really pleased with this. I will have to think of some sort of solution to get it on and off. Because it's black and you don't really notice though, I'm wondering if I need to finish, how I'm going to finish these seams, or if I even need to do that. It's going to be nighttime. I don't know. Anyway, so things to think about, and I will let you know how I get on obviously when I do a bit more, but really pleased with how it looks. I'll come right the way back so you can see. I've got the window open now because it's just so hot. But that is what it looks like, and I'm really pleased with how that one looks. So what I'm standing with here are the finished garments that I wore to the party. I actually went to the party at the weekend. I will put some photos of that up so you can see, but before I try this on and show you, I will just let you know how I got on. So this is the bow, and it's quite big. And it sits over the shoulder like that. So obviously remember that this dress is one shoulder and the bow sits over the shoulder. Now all I did was I sewed a rectangle right sides together. I did back it with a black cotton that I had, and then I just hand stitched it on. So I didn't even fold these raw edges away. It's just really loosely tacked on. Don't know if you can see. Yes, you can see. And that's the inside seam. So yeah, but it worked and it looked really lovely, and I was really happy wearing it. Now the skirt, I actually ended up just not finishing that seam there. So it was okay though, because I safety pinned it onto myself, and it was fine because obviously I had this dress underneath, so you couldn't see anything, and it's quite dark anyway. And it was really fun to wear. Also, remember I talked about finishing those seams at the top. I actually just cut them off, and they haven't frayed too much, so that's good. I just cut them off evenly around the top. I am super pleased with how straight this turned out, this detail on the fabric, and what I did to achieve that was I just stitched all of the 3 layers together, and that made it much more stable and much more easy to make it straight across with the pleats. So I had so much fun wearing this one. I had a lovely time at the party. I will put some photos up for you to see. Unfortunately, I didn't film anything when I was at the party, but this is the finished dress, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So as you can see, I have finished the dress. This is it here. I just thought I'd show you quickly. I'm really pleased with how the band is sitting nice and flat across the front. Remember, I've just secured it with a safety pin at the back here, and I'll come in and do a close-up of the bow, the way that it sits across the shoulder. I'm really pleased with how it has all turned out. It's nice when you have a vision and then you can kind of make it happen, and this is what I imagined, so I'm super pleased with it. And as always, it was so much fun at the party. It was lovely to spend time with lots of lovely sewists that came to the party. I actually went with Amelia from the Sew Amelia YouTube channel. I'm sure that you know her, and it was great to catch up with Amelia again. We hadn't seen each other, I think, since before summer, so that was really fun. And of course, it was lovely to see so many other sewists at the party. And Hannah and Rosie from the new Craft House just organised another excellent, fun party for us all. So that was really great as well, and it was lovely to wear my refashioned dress. So thank you so much for watching today's YouTube episode. That is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I really enjoyed making it, and I loved refashioning this dress into something a little bit different as well. As always, it's great to have you here. If you have already subscribed to the channel, then thank you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed, then you might want to think about subscribing. It is free, and it just means you'll get notifications when I release new clips. Also, if you could like this clip, then that would be really great as well. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you here again soon. And here you can see there's a picture of me before I went to the party wearing the dress. I'm really happy with it, and this is a lovely picture of me and Amelia from Sew Amelia at the party together. It was lots and lots of fun.